Hello, I hope everyone is doing well. Whoever you are, whoever is watching or listening to this. Um, so, I wasn't planning on making this video, but something happened in the background that made me prioritize speaking about a few things first. I'm not going to go into specifics for my own security reasons. But I got into real trouble just a few days ago. And this serious issue had to do with my digital security and a possible leak of my personal information. But fortunately, I was able to get away with it, and now everything's fine, everything's secure again. But an event happened which I had no control over, which I thought was very unfair. And it not only made me frustrated, but very pissed. Like, extremely pissed. It triggered an alarm, and fortunately, again, I caught it early enough to take action. And so, now, one thing I know for sure is this: I'll never let something like this happen again. I'll never make this kind of mistake with my own digital security ever again. And I don't know whether the individuals behind the doppelgangers are gaining momentum or what. I don't know. I can't know for certain, but something is happening. Something feels like it's shifting. Because the number of attacks has increased, and they might continue to increase, and not only from them. And I'm not saying this to make you scared or afraid, but it's always good to be prepared or to know things ahead. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is true, but definitely some things, they might be worsening, and I don't want to be the kind of person who gives bad news or anything like that, but we have to face reality. We have to see what's happening and confront them. I'm not an expert in computers, hacking, or IT. However, I have done my own research out of personal necessity and self-protection, and I'll share all of the things that have been working for me. And if you are a person who talks about any of these topics that we talk about here, it can be anything. It can be quantum physics, spirituality, just, everyday practice to, make people's lives better. It can be about the news. It can be anything. But if you're person who is private but publishes things online publicly, it can be on YouTube, Facebook, it can be on any alternative platform, it can be on Instagram, it can be anywhere really. Listen to what I'm saying here. You might want to upgrade your own security. This is my advice for you. Upgrade now your digital protection as soon as you can, really. I'm not trying to put fear, in you, but just a warning, because they, whoever they are, and not just these dark doppelgangers groups, but unknown people, that we don't really know who they are, but they exist. We know that they exist because they attack us. They might want to strike us back because they are attacking anyone who is pushing back. And if you have never been attacked before, it doesn't mean that this is not going to happen, okay? Because, like I said, some things are getting worse, So this made me realize something very important. Many people who call themselves spiritual, often forget, which is this: intuition can point you in a direction, but it can't replace doing, okay? Especially taking action to secure things for yourself. So intuition can help you choose where to go, but only action can determine what actually happens. So intuition is like a compass, okay? It gives you a sense of direction based on patterns you've absorbed, like past experiences, emotions, and subconscious signals. And it might whisper, this opportunity feels right, or something about this doesn't sit well. And that initial sense can, be incredibly valuable because it helps you make fast decisions in a complex world. But a compass doesn't walk the path for you. You still have to move, because nothing in real life changes just from feeling, okay, or knowing. You can sense a good opportunity, but if you never apply for it, it stays potential. You can feel drawn to a business idea, but if you never test it, it stays imagination. So you can know a relationship might be important, but if you never show up and you never invest effort, then it never becomes real. So action is where reality begins. Without action, intuition stays internal. Just, thoughts and feelings circling your mind. With action, it enters the world where it can create results, feedback, and growth. So intuition can suggest trajectories, not outcomes. You can say things like, oh, this path feels promising, but it cannot create the outcome for you. That's where action becomes essential. Intuition can simulate possibilities, but it cannot tell you what will actually happen. Without action, intuition is just potential insight. It's like having a map, but never starting the journey. You can study every route, analyze every path, and still remain exactly where you are. Nothing in your life changes until you move through uncertainty and let reality respond. It's like having knowledge, but not applying the knowledge or knowing how to apply it. And this is the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is a collection of facts, data, skills, and learned concepts. But knowledge can exist without understanding context. You can know many things and still make poor decisions. Wisdom, on the contrary, on the other hand, is the ability to apply knowledge appropriately, in real life situations, especially under uncertainty, when emotions are high, pressure is present, and consequences are significant. In that sense, action is the bridge between knowing, having knowledge, and becoming wise. One example of what I'm saying is taking action into protecting yourself in every single area of life, like your own digital security. It's not only physical protection or spiritual protection that matters. Everything around you does. Take a look on what happened to the Tagetanen's Varin's computers or Discord account or YouTube channel, So most people know online risks exist. They know about scams, data leaks, phishing, weak passwords and privacy issues. And that's knowledge. But knowledge alone doesn't protect you. Wisdom is when that knowledge turns into behavior. It's when you don't just understand the risks, you actively respond to them. You use strong, unique passwords, you enable two-factor authentications, you question suspicious links instead of clicking impulsively, you manage what you share online because you understand that digital actions leave permanent traces. And, more importantly, you don't wait until something goes wrong to take it seriously. And this idea applies far beyond the digital security. And I know you know this, okay? If you're listening to this, I know you know this, but I have to make a point here. So what I'm saying applies to health, where, knowing what is unhealthy is not enough. You actually have to change habits. It applies to finances, where understanding money is different from managing it responsibly. It applies to relationships too, where knowing what respect looks like is different from practicing it daily. And I don't know, it also applies to career, where having information is not the same as building skill through things like repetition and effort. In every domain, it doesn't matter. It's always the same. The pattern is the same. Knowledge identifies risk. Wisdom responds to it. And action prevents it. So, in this, and in the next episode or episodes, I don't know yet, we are going to focus on your digital security. Yours and mine. Okay, mine too. And like you probably have noticed, there are no subtitles in this video, but that's because that's just an informal chat video, okay? A different format. But I will add a video transcript, okay? Right below this video in the description box for the ones who need it. And to end this video, I'd like to thank you for being here. Like I said, whoever you are, whoever is listening, there are not many, but I really appreciate your presence here and your attention. I understand how difficult it has been for all of you, and how it's still confusing it is, because there's so much missing, so much information missing. I know what I sound like. I know you've never seen my face. Not many things make sense. And I know how hard has been for you to use your intuition, to think for yourself, to go against everyone and everything, to speak up your mind, to continue on your path despite all of the odds. And I know, okay, I know everything. I know, because I'm also in your position, but I'm also in some other positions that other people don't know, or they cannot see it yet, I guess. So I'm here to help you make sense of it all, and to walk through this journey, whenever I can in my free time, because as you all know, I'm not making money out of this, and I'm not saying that it is wrong to make money out of this, but this is not my main job. I have other things in life going on, but I realized it is really this time to continue here, despite all of the forces against all of us, I guess, not just me, or the Tagetans Varunians, against all of us, all of the starseeds, or just anyone, any soul who's trying to wake humanity up and help in any way they can, in any area that they can.